Hello, and I'm George Lecakes, and welcome to the second video, sort of overview of the progress I've made in my Unreal level. As you can see, it's not right now. I'm not focusing on the pretty side of this, the graphic side. I'm trying to get the Kismet and the matinee sequences down. And today I was pretty busy, but I was able to, get an hour or two together and figure out and get everything working for what I wanted to do. So let's actually play the level really quick, and I'll show you what happens. So here you are actually in the level, just sort of moving around. Oh, so basically the idea behind this level is you'll have dynamic elements, and these dynamic elements will pop up, blocking you from the other people, keeping you from being able to kill them, so on and so on. So here's a horizontal or vertical selection. So it's only blocking you in one direction, freeing you to go in any other way. So after 25 seconds, we should get a new configuration. Yep, here we go. Here is a slightly open maze type scenario. So there are several different ways that the level can configure itself, and these are just a few of the ones that I came up with tonight really quickly. Of course, I'm using this static mesh just because I like the fact that you can see through it and notice where the other players are, so you'll try to hunt them and find them, and then try to kill them. And then let's see, here's the different maze one, which is a little bit more room oriented with corners and whatnot. So each one is a little bit different in terms of the way it plays, which is exactly what I want. I want the game to be changing. I want the dynamics to really facilitate play. And then you'll also notice that everything goes down first before popping back up. And I like that because it's like an oh crap moment. The level's changing, and then you have just a split second really, or maybe more than a split second, maybe a second or two to fire off a few good shots or to get near your enemy before the level raises. So I mean, and depending upon the level that raises up, you moving towards him could have actually been a bad thing, because if it's a maze, you might have to go around quite a ways to actually find him again. So it's interesting. Yeah, so there's a horizontal and a vertical one that go up and down. I'll probably throw in one or two more. Another idea that I have for other areas is to do sort of like a train tracks element, where in a train you sort of have two corridors coming together when you have a switch, and it switches back between the two. So I might have a mesh, or excuse me, a static mesh or an interpactor mesh that will rotate back and forth and block it off depending upon enemies, players coming in and out of a volumed area. So it'll sort of switch here and there, and I won't block the user's path, but what I will do is make it so that they have to take a slightly alternate route, giving the player beforehand sort of a reprieve, a very short kind of moment. But let's look at, this is just a very, very, very simple Kismet sequence. Nothing very complicated about the whole thing. When the level starts up, I just have it feeding into a random, and what happens in the random is I've got basically how many? What is that? 5 matinee sequences that actually happen, and it randomly will choose one. It goes and say it'll go into sequence 2, which is the second maze. It'll play it, and then when it's done, it'll delay for 25 seconds, so that's what keeps it up, and then it will reverse it so that everything is sort of zeroed back out. Excuse me, back at the beginning. And then it will abort. When it aborts, it just goes right back into the random. I'm probably will make it so that it does not choose the same one over and over again, because I have in the testing I did right before I made this video, it repeated the same one 4 times in a row, and the actual probability of that is what? 0.2 times 0.2 times 0.2 times 0.2 of actually occurring if this thing is truly random. So that was kind of weird, but it might be interesting. I'm gonna have it play tested by a few friends of mine when I get the map a little more together, when I have all the other elements, and I actually maybe lay down some materials and some pretty graphics. So that's about where I'm at right now. I of course have the lighting issue to fix. That's really a pain in the butt. I'm not going to have dynamic lighting, just because I don't want this level with all the number of movers in it to really bog down a system. So I'll probably I don't know. I'll have to see what's possible. I would like to just uniformly light the static mesh. So I'm sure there's something that allows that to happen because this star background accepts light, but I think it has like its lighting set or something. Every time I rebuild this level, I get an error that says something like that. Let me see. Yeah, actor has B accept light set, but only uses unlit materials. So maybe there's something like that I could do for those. Because otherwise, if I don't have it dynamically lit, it will turn the item completely black. So just information. So I'll probably continue working on this tomorrow. Hopefully, I'll actually have some level design, and I will have thrown a few materials here and there just to kind of give a feel for what the level will actually play like. And I'll probably put a few more movers in here and there, as well as maybe even beginning to throw down a weapon or two, just so that I can load this thing up and play it for fun. Alright, so long.